Last time on Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Okay. Yeah.
That day, the organization made it to 12 people. Xigbar found and brought back the 12th member. Within the members, it was the first woman. In the center of the circle, the woman, who had been given the name Larxene, spun around and glared at the members sitting around her. "She looks like a tough-minded lady, doesn't she?" Demyx whispered. Axel shrugged. "Whether she's tough-minded or not, it's got nothing to do with it." At the reply, this time Demyx just shrugged. 12 people. 13 people. Numbers don't interest me, thought Axel, looking at Xemnas who sat in the highest chair. The group called organization is a group of nobodies who gather together. Nobodies, beings who don't exist. Born from the owners of exceptionally strong-hearted beings, fallen to birth, still retaining their human shape and memories. That means the nobody gathers as an organization members once held strong hearts. Really? Axel wondered to himself. Did that self in my memories really have a strong heart? I don't really know. And then, nobodies without hearts wish for only one thing, a heart. If I was asked if I wanted a heart, I guess I answered that with sure, but do I really want a heart? Can a heart really fill this hollowness I carried since I fell into existence as a nobody? Now we've grown to 12 people, Xemnas said, and Axel lifted his face. Wonder how many more we can gather, said Xaldin. I don't know how many nobodies can join the organization. I wonder what whoever fills that last chair will be like, thought Axel, idly folding his arms. Welcome back, y'all. My name is AJ, and I'm here to yap about Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Today, we are taking on Organization 13's Replica data. So, this video is going to be a bit different from the others. As you just saw, we are going to be incorporating bits of these short stories from, the Kingdom Hearts, well, 2 novel short stories. Basically, the main one is Countdown to Castle Oblivion, showing a bit more what happened before some of the Organization 13 members went to Castle Oblivion. So we're going to be intersplicing, basically, what we're going to be doing is that I'm going to be showing you a guide on the boss, and then I will fight that boss with this, my level 1 save file, as you can see right here. And then after the boss is defeated, you will see a little short story pertaining to that member of Organization 13. So first things first, let's go over here. Because as you see, this cuts back to the restoration site, so you can go here for handy dandy save point. I wish it was a save point in the cavern of the Garden Stems itself, but yeah, let's get on to the meat and potatoes. Haha, I can't add a save point. Thanks to mods. Yeah, I had Refine uninstall for a while. Anyway, Larxene. Gonna put those mods back on. She is mostly thunder damage, so if you want to prioritize thunder resistance, go right ahead. And also, since she's immune to thunder, I'm replacing that with blizzard for my shot from the dark. Any specific keyblades I want for her? DP will do. Alright. Battle Larxene again, but before she's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
Talk about heartless! I can't believe you!
Organization 13's number 12, Larxene, the Savage Nymph. Wielding both a sharp tongue and a sharp knife named Forde, it's lightning in French. Larxene is someone who can kill you really fast, but has simpler movements than you possibly think. So let's go phase by phase. In phase 1, she's going to open a cast of a lot of Sandaras. There's 2 forms this Sandara can come into. One, she spawns the bolts of lightning right on top of Sora, and the other one, the bolts of lightning come from her and slowly approach Sora. These cannot be blocked, and her lightning phase I find a much more dangerous than her other phase, so try to get her out of this as soon as possible. She will also mix in Furious Thunder, which is her revenge attack. This is a slam attack where she surrounds herself in lightning. She has super armor on this attack. As you can see, Larxene can go for a very long time just spamming lightning, and if she does this with no interruption, she is going to use her DM even in phase 1. But more about that DM later. After pushing a revenge value, Larxene will split up, and she'll attack clone by clone with a 3-hit slash. To merge them, you have to land a combo finisher on the attacking Larxene, while the other Larxene is not ready to attack. I already explained this in my Absent Silhouette fight, but just clarifying here. Also, if you hit both of them at the exact same time with a combo finisher, and they have to be stunned. They have to be staggered. In that case, it's a guarantee merge. Oh, fun fact, the hidden Mickey for the Absent Silhouette / Castle Oblivion command menu is right here. If you attack Larxene, but stagger her, but don't, like, push her revenge value and or merge her, she is going to respond with this overhead slash, which is pretty dangerous. You can guard it, but only the first part. If you get the last part, which has a lightning strike, you can't block that. If you attack Larxene but don't get her to forcibly merge, she'll do her own merge DM, lightning speed. This will make Larxene go back to her solo phase, where she'll spam lightning, and then you can return to her clone phase by pushing her revenge value and having her do her rush attack, and so on and so forth. Her revenge value while she is split apart is Empty Shell Slash, which dives down a Saurus 3 times. You can't guard this, but this comes out really fast, so be wary. Phase 2. Not many things change during Phase 2. When she's split apart, she will now use Overhead Slash more often, and it's a bit harder to get openings because of that. And also, during her split phase, she will spam her Empty Shell Rush. So basically, she is gonna either do 3 patterns. 1, she is gonna have 2 clones instantly teleport in front of you and then dash forward. 2, she'll have 5 clones lined up in the back wall and dash forward. Or 3, she'll dash forward with 5 clones from the center of the arena. Unlike the Absent Silhouette fight, this comes out instantaneously, so, you know, just guard right away. You don't have to delay it like the other fight. Other than that, it's pretty much the same as Phase 1. And then moving on to Phase 3, if you push her into Phase 3 while she's in her solo lightning phase, she will start off with her DM, Thundercrack. Every time she DMs, she will always split back into her clone forms. So her basic attack now changes to a series of rapid succession attacks, which usually involves her basic spinning slash move. Both clones will be attacking back to back to back to back to back. So this is a good chance to get both of them damaged with reflect damage. Also, she can now use her diving attack more often. And yeah, that's pretty much a fight. So let's see me do this at level 1. Alright, post-commentary AJ returns. So immediately, I'm going to walk slightly up to her and do 2 reflects followed by a blizzard. This can interrupt her opening thunder salvo, and those fucking thunder attacks hurt a lot. I had a hard time debating if she was going to actually use her thunder or split apart. So here, I'm using reflects just to maximize the damage. Not trying to merge potentially, because I get the splash damage between them. Reflect is really good for the 2 clones. There we go, gotta merge, I preset my commands during merge. And we're back in more dangerous phase, so I'm just gonna get a free Arzen. I think I'm being a little stingy with my, what the fuck do you call it? Alright, so we're in phase 2 now. Yeah, I'm being stingy with my elixirs, because I don't think I have that many on me, but luckily entering a data fight will automatically get your stuff back up to max. Alright, she's gonna do her body rush. Once again, you cannot merge her unless you get both of them not to be body rushing. There we go. Luckily I had good thunder resistance, or else that would have fucking killed me at level 1. Boop. Elixir just to go off. Luckily I just kind of tanked that. I much prefer the data version of the rush attack, so it's instantaneous, so I don't really have to fucking think too hard about it. That came out wrong. Alright, I was able to actually get the guard off. And I got very lucky that she decided not to hit me while I was all vulnerable there. Just trying to get some damage off. When the screen darkens, she's gonna use her DM, so lightning speed. If you do nothing after guarding the second attack, you still have iframes, but you know, reflect damage. So I notice we're in last phase, so I get Donald up as soon as possible, and I get Comet off because I'm about to do an old speedrunning trick, where you set off Comet, Reflect, and Explosion while Larxene is doing her rapid succession attack, and look at that damage, because all those Larxenes are the Larxene, they can take damage. So let's end this off with a flashy bang, shall we?
This can't be happening.
Meetings are always such a drag. Axel rolled his neck slowly in the castle lobby. Sitting like that for so long dulls the muscles. Hey, redhead! Over here! Axel turned to the sound of the voice, scratching his head. What, Larxene? And I'm Axel. Got it memorized? I can't remember just over 10 names all of a sudden, can I? Yeah, I guess not. Axel watched as Larxene ran up to him. How is it? Does the coat suit me? Larxene did a little twirl in front of him. The coat always changed to fit the wearer. It's a perfect tight fit as expected. It's fine, I guess. I don't get it. Why is she here talking to me? You want something? You mean I can't talk to you unless I want something? I didn't mean that. A hassle. But if I say it, it looks like she'll make it more of a hassle. Axel shuts his mouth. Why are you talking to me? There are heaps of other people to talk to. I don't want to talk to rough old men, Larxene clearly intoned. If that's so, there's Demyx or Marluxia, who just joined before you did. Then there's Zexion. There's also Saix in a way. What, are you unhappy talking to me? Larxene said, domineeringly. Whatever. Not unhappy. Not anything. Whatever doesn't mean anything. I only spoke to you because you walked in front of me. But just now, she was saying she didn't want to talk to rough old men. Axel looked at Larxene in amazement, but Larxene didn't seem to care one bit. This place is quiet, isn't it? Well, it's because nothing lives here except nobodies. Sounds dull. Yeah, but it's not, said Axel, not telling her that he himself felt the place was dull. Well, fine. Later. Larxene drew her hood up and started walking briskly away. She was a capricious, domineering woman. Axel stared after Larxene's back in amazement, then shrugged. Were they flirting? Gross. Alright, let's move on to one of my favorite fights, and also one of my favorite Organization 13 members, Marluxia. I was thinking of having Rumbling Rose to, like, make it thematically appropriate, but you know, fuck it, I'm putting on this as a pumpkin. And, alright, let's do this. Battle Marluxia again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
As lightless oblivion devours you, drown in the ever-blooming darkness!
Organization 13's number 11, Marluxia, the graceful assassin, wielding an elegant scythe with an elegant name, Graceful Dahlia. I technically kind of prefer the absent silhouette version of this fight, but the data fight is still great, so let's cover his basis. Phase 1. As always, he will start with Death Sentence, which will match your count above your head to your level, so since I'll be playing on level 1 during my main playthrough, I only have 1 hit before I die. After that, he opens with Flowered Wreath, which deals dark HP damage, and then teleports to the center to use Disturbed Bloom. He casts this instantly now, but you can still catch him if you're fast enough. Of course, 3 Pulse Darkness will deal HP damage to Thor and his friends. From then on, he will slowly approach you, locking you more wreaths. You can either use Death Sight, his standard combo, which can interrupt the final hit. By the way, if you don't do anything after that, he'll use Phantom Saber, a move he uses in Recall, and the original Chain of Memories. His other attack this phase is Tornado Slash, which if you guard successfully, you can use one of 2 reaction commands. First one is Restore Count by targeting a scythe. This restores your count, but you cannot go beyond the level you have at max, and this gives you less count each time you use it. No, what you truly want is his Devastating Aerial Strike. The finisher of this does 10 damage, and look at that! You have to target his body. His revenge attack is Warp Slash, an arrow hit which will continue unless you either avoid it. Phase 2. He will stop the stalking and go back to summoning Disturbed Blooms whenever he gets the chance. In addition to locking in the wreath, he will use Bloom Shard to close the distance between you and him. He will use Tornado Slash less frequently, and he will jump to use Death Scythe. Other than that, everything else is pretty much still the same. Phase 3 starts with his DM, Final Judgment. No changes from his absent silhouette fight. He shoots up various thorn pillars which damage Sora's HP, ending with several slashes from his side, following with a dive reminiscent of Drop Shot from Recom, his DM in his first fight. From here, the only other changes from the past phases, he'll throw in Warp Slash as a non-revenge attack, most commonly use Ambush Slash to try to catch you off guard, and have a very long extended version of Death Scythe. After a while, when his RV is pushed, he will use one of two DMs, which either Final Judgment again, or Super Bloom Shark. But yeah, I think showing is better than telling, so let's get on to the fight. Missing Link will never come out. What? No! Okay, welcome back to post-commentary age, you guys. I'm immediately gonna try use a fire to make him stop doing Stir Bloom. And I react to his Tornado Slash right away, get a Reflect for a little extra damage, and a cheeky little Slap Shot. And then bam, 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 Aerial Strike, wata! He's gonna be using mostly Tornado Slashes during phase 1, which is, I believe, like the first 4 to 5 health bars. I use Aerial Dodge to parry his Warp Slash. Cheeky Slap Shot. And rinse and repeat. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I think I'm about to push him into second phase. Yeah. Then I caught him out of his combo. Even though he does it fast, he still has a moment of vulnerability. You can also use fire to get him out of that. I was trying to use fire, but I remembered, wait, why did I go? That was a terrible misinput. Oh well, allows you to show us what to do with the Stir Blooms out, because they're going to try to corner you. So I'm trying to very carefully combo him without having my combo push me onto the puddles. And since I guard this, it gave me the iframes to avoid the Reef explosion. Reflect just to be safe. I completely whiffed, so backing off into a corner. It's a good thing he does not cover the entire thing with his Stir Blooms. There we go. Revenge value. Oop. Floor is clear again. Got Tornado Slash. I was in a bad angle, so unfortunately, not. I got Restore Count over an Aerial Strike, but whatever. It still gives me an opening. Should be entering almost last phase. I'm still in second phase. I was expecting him to enter third phase, but no, he has a bit too much HP for that. Donald's instantly gonna die. Love how Goofy's gonna want to get second chance at once more on level 1, so he can be juggled by the Bloom Puddles. Alright, so this is DM1. Yes, Cure, believe it or not, I believe it has some parry frames. And speaking of parry frames, Final Form's many hitboxes allows me to not worry much about Marluxia's side. So I'm gonna do some Final Form Fire. You'll probably be seeing this a lot. This can stunlock bosses, since once the Keyblades and the Fire are acting together, it cannot add revenge value. And it's gonna do another Super Bloom Shark. Gonna play it safe, and then I'm gonna go for that. I can also use fire to stall out if Donald and Goofy are hitting him, because it happens if you do all this at once, it will not add revenge value to the boss, or else he would break out really fast. So I said, fuck trying to avoid his Final Judgment DM with any sort of skill. It is limit time. Because I died too many attempts trying to look cool, so... By the way, the audio's gonna be blown out on this. Bada bing, bada boom.
So this is the heart of a hero.
Alone, Marluxia walked in the world that never was. The inside of this castle is so boring. I thought I could escape this boredom if I came to the organization. But the truth is, it's the same everywhere. Maybe my memories of my time as a human are making me think so. But I haven't been a nobody without a heart for long. And I don't really understand what it means. Hey, Marluxia! At the call from behind, Marluxia stopped walking. A woman's voice. In this castle, there was only one woman. Marluxia turned around. What do you want, Larxene? He directed the golden-haired, tough-minded looking woman. Larxene, at this point in time, she is the only nobody to join the organization later than me. I want to ask you something. How did you come here? Not particularly different to you. Larxene brooded for a while whether or not to answer satisfied her. We aren't doing much these days. This place is boring, isn't it? Larxene's word brought an abrupt sense of affinity, for there was a nobody who was thinking the same thing as him. Well, one of these days we'll be able to go on missions. Now is the time for reserving power. Missions? Speaking of that, don't you find what we're actually doing pretty unclear? Larxene asked, and then stood next to Marluxia. In order to take back our hearts, said Marluxia, repeating Xemnas' exact words. Larxene cast her eyes down for a moment. But I don't really want or need a heart. It's painful with a heart. Right now I'm pretty comfortable, she muttered. Maybe that's true, answered Marluxia, and started walking shoulder to shoulder with Larxene. Sora, you okay? Yeah, you look really mad. I don't know. I really don't like those two. Alright, moving on, we've got
Luxord!
You know what, the joke's over. Fucking Luxord, I don't care. Whatever. I'll see you in Cage 3 for that joke again. Battle Luxord again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
I'd rather we just skip the formalities.
Organization 13's number 10. Luxord, the Gambler of Fate. Just like the name of his cards, fair game, Luxord isn't a cheater, unlike a certain gambler from a certain popular shonen manga released in the 80s and had an anime adaptation in the 2010s. I'm getting very specific with this. Anyway, the fight itself. Data Luxord will always open with the Flash Challenge. This has the cards blinking in a much faster fashion, but it decreases more from either Sora or Luxord's time gauge. So, pause come to win. Failing this will turn you either into a car or into a die, and not triggering it while still in its line of sight will hit you with a 7 attack called Flash. He will scatter his basic attacks in, with Card Slash doing a lot of hits and damage. The main annoyance is his giant cards. He jumps and summons 2 of them, which have their own HP and can deal decent damage to Sora. However, the tracking these cards on this incline can be a bit of a bitch, and staggering them, but not killing them, forces them to retaliate. So if you have a chance, just flip or try to use a Reflect Explosion combo. His revenge attack while he is knocked in the air is to summon more cards, so try to knock him on the ground, because he's going to retaliate with the Flash Challenge. Otherwise, he's pretty passive in this phase. Phase 2 will challenge you to a game of Find a Real One 3 times in a row, with each stacks getting bigger and bigger. Failing to find him will regenerate his time. His giant cards also now have symbols on them. Flipping the Bomb card does damage to Sora, and flipping the Clock card decreases Luxord's time by 5%. If you kill them with regular attack, these effects do not trigger. This phase is pretty much the same with Luxord being more aggressive and restarting the Look Closely challenge after a few cycles of attacks. Phase 3 starts with his DM, Dancing Deck. After he finishes his attacks, you have to match 4 circles. If you fail, you get turned into the dice and Luxord regains a large amount of time and you lose a lot. If you don't touch the control stick, however, he will not hit Sora. He'll just keep jumping over you like a lost puppy. Maybe he realizes this is cheating in its own right. As in to try to attack you as a die, if you start to move, he will just loop the DM, basically making it mandatory to finish him off. Alright, this one's gonna be fairly simple, as Luxord's not really that complicated to fight. It's gonna start with the Flash Challenge, so pause come. I like looking at the cards in the back versus the actual command menu to get a better instance of when to stop. Since I got his Avenger out of the air, he retaliated with the spinning cards. You can actually, if you're closer to him, you can use guard break to stop that. Tilting the camera so I can get a better look at the cards. I believe getting that challenge successfully deletes all his other cards. So we're already in phase 2 because that time band damage does a lot. So you really want to go for the RCs in the data fight. Got his Revenge Rally off the ground, so boop. I've never tried this really without pause coming, and I don't feel like I need to. They literally allow me to mash because of the continue button. Alright. Now I'm gonna go for another one. And ignoring the other time cards so I can just get this, because it's gonna be a faster time bonus in the end. Also, this fucking incline's a pain in the ass. It allows you to enter air combos against Luxord and his cards a lot when you really don't want to. So I'm just trying not to get the giant cards down the field as they make this fight pretty annoying. And I'm entering limit form to do a little limit form looping. Theoretically, if I had really pushed with this, I could have fully skipped his DM, I think. I know speedruns, they let the DM, they skip the DM in the story fight, but let the DM play out in the data fight just because it is faster. Then again, I haven't checked out a K2 data speedrun in like years, but that's how I got a lot of my initial knowledge on this stuff, so. I was surprised that he gave me another game, so I was like, oh well, more damage for me. Once again, flipping the camera so I can see where the circle is, because that's better than looking at the command menu. Yeah, if I had been a little bit more precarious about this, I could continue, but you know what, might as well just show the DM. Get my second limit form off. Get you back into the corner, and limit form has the superior guard, so just guard everything, because everything here can be guarded. Gonna spin twice, and then gonna do another drop slash. And then the DM, once again, pause come to save your life. It's not cheating, Luxord. It's fair game. Oh, get it to save your card. Please die. On top of a table, cards were placed side by side. Axel and Luxord faced each other, playing some sort of game, it seemed. Ah, wait! Axel said, stopping Luxord's hand from turning up a card. I'm not waiting. No, wait! Axel folded his arms, glaring at the cards on the table. Whichever one, you've lost. Luxord shrugged and turned a card. Gah! Axel buried his face in his arms and looked up at Luxord. One more time! In Axel's words, Luxord started shuffling the cards, laughing. Looks like you guys have fun. Xigbar appeared. Luxord stopped shuffling. How about a game, sir? I'm not interested in this kind of game. Xigbar told Luxord teasingly and then sat on the edge of the table. You taking a break today? Axel placed a hand on Xigbar's shoulder, speaking with him familiarly. Xigbar is friendly to everyone, so I am in to return. Well, it's a break in a sense. Xemnas also went out, you see. It's rare for him to go out, Luxord said quietly, tidying the card. No, he goes there fairly often, because now is a very important time for the organization. What's very important? Axel asked, peering into Xigbar's face. The world is moving. We gotta be worried about our own fragment's movement, right? Fragment? Luxord leaned his head to one side. The rest is a secret, Xigbar teased, getting off the table and starting to walk. But really careful not to let them use you. And Xigbar's words, Axel and Luxord looked at each other. The first 6 members have been companions since the outset, or so I've heard. But their actions, they're all sorts of things where I don't understand what on earth they want to do. Just say they have no real objectives or something, joked Axel, grinning. Let's have one more game, Luxord. In Axel's words, Luxord started cutting the deck. Kinda doesn't seem like a bad guy. He just wanted a little fun. He killed many people in Port Royal. Yeah, but like, that was yesterday. That was today. Also, the little cards he had look familiar. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Alright, back to the first organization member Sora remembers fighting, Demyx. So, because he is ice-based, let's see. All of his water attacks are ice elemental. Don't ask how that works, it just does. But because of that, he has a weakness to fire. So let's actually get Bond of Flame on our main Keyblade slot. And then we also want to give Goofy some Easters, because he is going to be our support bitch for this fight. Alright, because we want to keep Goofy alive. Alright. Battle Demyx again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
Silence, traitor.
Organization 13's number 9, Demyx, the Melodious Nocturne. wielding a Citara he calls a Pregio. I forget what that term means in music. Demyx is, he's not that different from his actual story fight, except for one big difference, which I'll get into. So, he opens with Water Dance, but since this is a fixed and long part of his fight, I'm just gonna save my commentary and advice on what to do to it during my level 1 attempt, so I'm just not repeating myself. Once you finish the Water Dance cycle, he will do a cycle of a few attacks. He will either dash around the arena, trying to close the gap to you with his Water Column Rush. This is particularly dangerous. He will summon water orbs overhead, and if you get close to him, he will unleash water orbs from his Citara, which can also be pretty dangerous. What you're waiting for is for his water forms to appear. Immediately try to grab an RC and close the gap to leave him open. His revenge attack in the air is the water column, so if you know his revenge is coming, dash away or else you're going to be stuck in literal splash hitboxes, and this is what really annoys people about the fight. At any point during the fight, you can use the Showstopper RC, which does massive damage if you don't react to the RC in time, but does little damage if you actually go stop it. But it looks pretty cool. Phase 2. He starts with another wave of water clones, only 13. Then he's going to throw in some new moves in the mix, such as the Water Wall, where he slowly approaches you, guarded by water. If he gets too close to you, he's going to hit you with tracking water pillars. You can also use this normally, and like these pillars go on for a while. He's also got a long combo called Water Whirl, which involves closing in on you with both side water pillars while he swings his Citara around. Blocking is the safest bet for this one. He also throws 3 Water Wards, but that's like not really that dangerous during this phase. When he's near critical health, he'll start his final Water Dance, but once again, I'll go more in detail during the level 1 video, which you're about to see now. Alright, let's explain Water Dance in this fight. So basically, he's always going to have 30 seconds, and the water clones will not immediately enter their note form with physical attacks or actually retaliate, but fire instantly melts them, and also using Blizzard enters their note form, but that's not really worth it, so we're going to enter the Wisdom form, because it's more cost effective, and then we're going to spam Wisdom Form Fira, or Firaga. We're trying to collect the MP orbs around, trying to conserve MP because I'm a little low on MP restoring items on this save file. This is why Goofy has Aethers in stock, because we want Goofy to keep on spinning to keep him alive, and also keep on restocking our MP, so I don't have to use that many elixirs. But yeah, you're basically, most of this fight, you're going to be using Wisdom Fire. I don't know any other way to get to the water clones without Wisdom Fire. Boop. Yeah, he does about 4 times. I think after the first initial 13, it's a bit random on what numbers he goes through. I haven't really paid attention, but like, not that really matters. He's doing them in the same way. He's also very weak to fire, but let's get on to the actual first phase of the fight. I'm just going to try to keep my distance away from him, because I have no idea how much damage he's going to do to me if he touches my butt, so splash the water down. Those fucking water columns really are the bane of first-time people's existence in this fight. Summons water clones, so use that to get in. Boop, boop, boop. And then I knew he was going to revenge, so I got out of the way. Immediately did the RC, get another one. I tried to like stun off from fire, but if Demyx lands like that, he's gonna retaliate fast. So I don't know why he gets this special privilege and others don't. But you know what? I'm not gonna question Demyx. Can you please stop doing the water wall attack? This is also still post commentary, AJ. By the way, all my data fights are post commentary. It's easier just to do that. Oh, here's the RC. That will one shot you if he lands it on you. I'm getting a little impatient, so now it's in second phase, and I don't really want to deal with much of second phase. I'm going to try to use Wisdom Fire to melt. Boop, 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 boop. Waiting for Goofy to restore my MP, but nothing ever came. Oh yeah, actually he does. He does that one. And then sometimes you can delay his second phase entrance attack, but there you go. Now he's just staying all the way over there. He forced me to use my Thunder because the Blizzard, he's immune to it, so I needed something to pop him safely. In retrospect, I probably should have just used my range shots in this Keyblade form. But you know what? Whatever. All well and well. Anyway, he's starting his final round. So, Once again, he's gonna do Water Dance 4 times in a row, just like the opening of the fight. You cannot kill him unless he does this. He will physically not die. So I'm trying to be a little conservative with my Wisdom Form. I know speedruns use this when they have the 9th drive gauge, which he gets in the final secret super boss. So I was using the good old Trinity strategy. Then, Bach, be careful when you're hitting those because it causes them to retaliate like instantaneously. You basically don't want to be hitting water forms in this fight at all. And then he's going to give you a breezer with only 13. I was waiting for a Goofy. Who apparently does have one more Aether on his hand. And this is it. Yep. The last round. You got to kill 99 forms in 30 seconds. You are just mash fire. Just smash fire. Wisdom Form is better because it has a little bit more range and it's more cost conservative to your drive gauge. You want to have like a good amount of Wisdom Form left when you start this one, because holy shit, it's gonna be clutching in a bit. You want to get Demyx closer to the corner, and well, it's time for me to steal the show. In his own room, Demyx was fixing his hair in front of the mirror. Didn't mean he was especially interested in his own hairstyle, but memories from when he was a human made him do it, thought Demyx. His sitar stood behind the wall. It was a special sitar that could be a weapon, shaped from his human memories. Finishing setting his hair, Demyx picked up the sitar and strummed it. I play and I play, but I can't make a satisfying sound. In truth, I know I won't be satisfied entirely. If you don't have a heart, there's no such thing as satisfaction. You don't want to be satisfied. Keep it down. Suddenly, along the displeased words, Demyx sensed a presence behind him, and he turned. Xaldin was standing there. Eesh! Is it too hard to at least knock before barging into people's rooms? Demyx stated, displeased, strumming the car again. What do you do with those human memories you cling with? Ha! What are you saying, old man? Demyx's hand stopped, and he turned to face towards Xaldin. What about you? Nothing at all. But I'm interested in how you guys let your human memories influence you. Demyx responded, disinterestedly, and plucked the sitar 3 times. Won't you keep it in moderation? It's loud, I can't sleep. Not being able to sleep because of noise is kind of, well, human-like, isn't it? Demyx said, smiling. His hand kept moving over the strings. Fool, nobodies need rest too. Terrible forces move in this world. We gotta rest to store up that power. The world? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything you members from the old days are thinking. Demyx spat in a loud voice, continuing to play the sitar. Xaldin frowned in displeasure and disappeared. Demyx's sitar continued to play. I feel like that guy just drained our pockets. I know, let's go see the damage we did to our elixirs. Please tell me I can make some more elixirs. Alright. I forgot my one save file was pretty bad with synthesis because doing it twice sucks. Ah! Okay, luckily I still have some elixirs, which hopefully I will need to use for Axel. You're about to see what happens when a cakewalk story fight becomes a level 99 super boss. So, let's do a few things. First of all, you want quick one off for this fight because you don't want going into the firewall. And since, you know, it's Axel, he's going to be weak to Blizzard, so have Mysterious Bliss on, and then have Blizzard shortcutted because Blizzard has a higher standard hit power rate than Fire does. Battle Axel again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
Hey, do I ring any bells yet?
Organization 13 is number 8, Axel, the Flurry of Dancing Flames. Just like the name of his chakrams, Eternal Flames, this fight's gimmick revolves around fire. He opens with the Prison of Flames. This drains Sora's HP bit by bit quite rapidly, and also enables the edge of the arena to deal massive damage. Don't get near the edge of the arena. The other way to spell this is to push Axel's revenge value, forcing him to either do assault or falling attack, which allows you to use an RC that can clear the floor. You can use the floor drain and MP rage to keep your MP replenished, especially in limit form. Just be wary of Sonic Blading, because again, Firewall. Axel will stalk slowly and has two main methods of attacking. His basic combo, which if you interrupt you will counter, then be open, or his trademark technique, Fire Tooth. Axel dashes behind you and envelops his chakra in flames, trying to backstab you, it seems. Fitting. He's gonna fucking spam this moon to death, but dodge roll is pretty good at avoiding it. He can also occasionally do his RC attacks without pushing his RV. When the fire floor is disabled, he replaces his revenge attack with Fire Tooth. Phase 2. If the Prison of Flames isn't active, then he starts his phase by reactivating it. He becomes much more aggressive in this phase. Getting open in the sea of get backs is gonna be a tough job. When the prison isn't active, he will jump into a flame and attack 3 times in a row, either with his 2 RC attacks or a surprise Fire Tooth. He then goes back to basic attacks until he repeats the 3 surprise attacks. Phase 3 starts with his DM, Wild Frenzy, and ends with reapplying the Prison of Flames. While the flames are up, he's gonna continue being aggressive and use his DM again after a few attacks. If the prison is not active, his jump into the flames attack will increase from 3 to 5 and are much faster. And one last thing, he cannot die while the prison is active, so you must get rid of that before you bring his health to 0. Alright, I'm gonna show you like 2 ways, because this is a really risk versus reward fight. First of all, the fire pillar in the center does hurt. So with Reflect and 2 Blizzards, it will consistently catch Axel off guard in between his get backs. So you can use the fire floor to keep on using MP Rage to replenish your, well, MP. And also, in order to get Axel open, I'm trying to, funny enough, stab him in the back to get an opening. And then, because he always does his RC attack after pushing his revenge value while the fire floor is up, you can basically just cycle him with this, because then basically he's open, his revenge value is down if you do the Overtaker DM. RC. Because yeah, if you just do this, he might break out, yeah, at guard break, so. It's just, you do the Overtaker just to, like, fill a little time for his RV to go down. But yeah, that, if you had more elixirs, I would be spamming, my Reflect Blizzard combo. But I'm being a little cheap with my elixirs, and I'm gonna keep my 2 limit forms as emergency elixirs. So yeah, we're already in phase 2, and I basically just got him controlled under the fight. This is slower than the Blizzard method, but I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's actually engage with the fight in some respect. Always dodge roll after you do a combo finisher away from that fucking stupid-ass firewall. That is the worst part about this fight. No other fight in the game punishes you for being at the edge of the arena. I know it's a literal wall of flames. Also, yeah, when he's doing that flourish, he's a brick wall. So, I got really lucky there of, like, realizing, oh no, he's not safe. So, back to the whole Blizzard routine. As you can imagine, this shreds his HP on level 99. Backstab. You get back, Axel. Up. Get away. Get at the center, because that's the best chance for the RC attack not hitting me. I'm going to push my luck a little bit. Yeah, because his fight is from early game, he only has, like, really 2 attacks, and then he adds on his 2 RC attacks, and then he has a very simple DM, and that's really it. I think they overdid it a little bit with the get back Fire Tooth attack, but I've learned that dodge roll is your best friend in this fight. Please, please take off quick run. You don't actually want to quick run and run into the goddamn fucking firewall. So yeah, you gotta dismiss the firewall, and luckily he did his one last DM. And he's always gonna put the fire floor back up after the DM. I got lucky there. I really did. Flash step my goat. So I pushed his revenge rally with a blizzard. Did Overtaker. I could kill him right now, but I wanna end it with style, so heal myself. Hope he does his RC attack, which he does. Axel stood on the castle balcony, looking at the moon, frowning slightly. You shouldn't be allowed out. Axel understood the sudden voice to be that of Saix. He didn't answer, motionlessly looking up at the moon. Roxas had been gone for 3 days. So far, he had not been forgiven for leaving everything. Since Axel helped Roxas leave, he had been suspended from duties, and had been spending the time idly inside the castle, spending that time vague and in doubt. How was your injury? Injury? Axel turned just as face to look at Saix. What are you talking about? Waited for an answer, but none came. Saix, as expressionless as always. An assembly be held shortly, Saix announced. I guess the assembly's about that then, Axel said, his words coming out distorted, looking up back at the moon. I don't know whether there's something in my vague memories. Perhaps Roxas has already been replaced. We know Roxas' location. At Saix's words, Axel lowered his eyes and sighed. Deep inside the castle, there were silent rooms. Once they had research facilities, and there was an enormous computer with various data stored on it. Axel heard it was the same computer Ansem had once had, salvaged and put here. You know something computers, right? Saix sat in the pallid light from the computer screen. He opened up the window. On the screen, a map of Twilight Town. What's the point of stupid details like this late in the day? That's not Twilight Town, said Saix and tapped a few buttons. 4 white dots showed up on the map, spread here and there. What's that? Dusks. They have orders to pursue Roxas. On a monitor, the white dots moved around. One of them was still fixed at the haunted mansion point on the map. Don't do things so half-assed. You can send Dusk after him, but doesn't mean Roxas will just come back. I'll go. Turning back, Axel opened a dark portal between them, but Saix held him back. Let's look. Let's look? I don't get you. Axel shot back, irritated. You know where Roxas is, so why don't we just go and get him? That isn't Twilight Town's. Perhaps that world's Roxas is also not the Roxas you know. Not understanding Saix's words, Axel glared at the monitor. That's an image of Twilight Town, alright. But what am I supposed to understand from just white dots? What's happening? This is a world made of data by an unknown person, Saix said, turning to Axel. Whatever that means, said Axel, irritated, not taking his eyes off the monitor. In order to lock Roxas away, no, in order to seal his memories away, and then switch those of the hero, they created a virtual space. The world itself was probably constructed from Roxas' memories too. Someone who could do that. Could it be the one I know who can manipulate memories at will? The golden-haired nobody princess? Nominee, the memory witch, probably has something to do with it, said Saix, beating Axel to the punch. You're the one responsible for losing track of her whereabouts. Saix swung around in the chair and looked up at Axel. In the process of pursuing Roxas, we found the virtual space. Yesterday we spent trying to invade it, but at present only Dusk can slip through. Can't you send me in straight away? Saix frowned. Didn't I just say only Dusk can be sent in there? If you can send Dusk, you can send me. Sound like nobodies are that different from each other, said Axel, his eye fixed on the monitor. I can't send you back if I don't know whether you can come back, Saix sighed. So Roxas is some sort of weird place where we don't even know what's happened to him. Is that so? Did you really think I'd be satisfied with that answer? Axel's getting more and more worked up, and last, Saix shrugged, worn down. It happens in an instant. I can't secure it. Saix went to the back of the computer and got some equipment. This will convert your form into data, which can be sent into that world. Is it okay? It really is only an instant. Axel nodded Saix's words and stood in front of the device. Saix stabbed a small button. A light shone from the device and Axel's figure disappeared. He was suddenly in Twilight Town. It seemed no different to the town Axel had been to countless times before. You could see figures climbing the slopes from the plaza to the station. Roxas was over there, with 3 kids around him. The children were familiar. Axel had been to Twilight Town with Roxas many times, and he remembered coming across them. He hadn't seen Roxas ever make contact with them. Roxas laughed at something one of them said. The name slipped out before he realized, and the world shuddered. He noticed Saix standing before him. Satisfied? He's back in the world that never was. I was against the orders to break you in there and have you return with Roxas. Standing in front of the equipment, Axel finally lifted his face to look at Saix, mouth twisted like a smile. Because I'm the traitor? It's absolutely unthinkable that you would bring Roxas back. For the purposes of breaking into a world fabricated from Roxas' memories, you are the easiest. That's why you were chosen. Saix stood up from the chair and leaned to whisper in Axel's ear. You're the biggest thing remaining in Roxas' memories. Wait, is that it?
It looks like it's incomplete.
Next one's Saix, so maybe that's gonna tell us the rest of the story. Alright, let's fucking deal with this asshole again. For Axel, for Kyrie, and probably all the shit he did to Roxas. Battle Saix again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I need to put on Decisive Pumpkin. Whoopsie daisy. You still won't be able to shortcut it though.
I want to see you die fighting.
Organization 13's number Lucky 7, Saix, the Lunar Diviner. Wielding his claymore Lunatic, he actually betrays Berserker conventionals from the Final Fantasy series, as he increases his defense when he berserks, not sacrifice it all for attack. Anyway, he's gonna open charging his Berserk. Pushing his revenge value while he's out of Berserk mode makes him do his charge attack. But however, he will take every moment to charge his Berserk. If you're not close to him, he will go back to praising that moon. Once a Berserk, he will use Berserk Vertical Swing, leaving his Claymore stuck. The Claymore vanishes much faster in the data fight, but the trade-off is that you're invincible, unlike its story fight. Phase 2. When he's lost about 2 health bars, he's going to add in Berserk Throw and Berserk Sweep. He will start to regen Berserk after each attack, so either grab his Claymore fast or use a Blizzard to get to him to attack. Once he's been hit with Total Eclipse, he would use his basic combo, which can be parried, forcing him to drop his Claymore and repeating the cycle. But his Berserk will now start auto-charging. He will prioritize charging Berserk if he's not attacked at all. Phase 3. Once berserked, he uses his DM, Craze, or his Lunacy as I like to call it. After the DM finishes, half of his Berserk will drain, but he will attempt to get it back to max after some attacks. Use Blizzard to force him to stop charging and directly attack you. If he gets back to max Berserk, he will DM again. Other than the fact he starts DM early and his Berserk gauge charges really fast during phase 3, that's the entire fight, so let's go get some revenge. Alright, Data Saix. I do indeed feel that moon's power. Use the combo finisher to get him out. You can basically get him away from charging if you get him this little loop of doing his charge attack, since you interrupting it takes priority, and then him landing back on the ground to do a revenge attack also takes priority. Since I am nowhere near him, he did not do his revenge attack. Instead, he went back to charging up the moon. We're still in first phase, technically. Yes, first phase is only this HP bar, because he only has access to 1 attack in Berserk. I'm not sure why he's designed like this and others aren't. Get a Reflect to get that Claymore out of his hand. Now we're in second phase, because you can see the Berserk gauge is now manually charging. And you can always get him to use his attack if you use Total Eclipse, so just giving it a little cycle here. Taste of his own medicine.
I misjudged you.
I do not know any other way for him to use his basic combo attack that's not after Total Eclipse. Otherwise, maybe in the normal fight, because he's not as charging Berserk as much. Alright, it's Berserk Sweep. Get in the corner, Reflect. The best one is Berserk Throw, because you can just Reflect and grab it and immediately pop him out. I'm going to show you what you can do. A little Peter Pan loop, because Peter Pan's stagger priority takes, well, priority, and Saix gets put in the buff box. I'm not going to do this for the rest of the fight. I just want to show it off, since I'm kind of like, want to show all avenues you can take to beat the fight in a single, whatchamacallit, run. Yeah, that's what I have to have, like, multiple attempts on the video. That's why I have the pre-talk and then the commentary during the fight. See, he's trying to break out because of how his Revenge Rally works. He takes only 1 HP of damage when he has Berserk, by the way, from any attack. I was like, alright, Saix, let's have some fun. Silver Bullet. I forgot to put Bond the Flame back on. Whatever. This is DM. Glide Max is faster than him, so just keep on going in circles. Careful of those pillars. Alright, he's tuck it out. Use Blizzard to get him to attack. You can use Stunts too, but Blizzard's more cost effective. Then, got him out. I'm gonna try to go for the swag kill on him, so. Giving him real taste of own medicine. Yes, okay, so once again, Final Forms of many parry frames that come in handy. I'm like, oh no, I was a little too off. But Saix was like, fuck it, DM. All shall be lost to you, Roxas, or whatever. I did put him to Peter Pan fuck up box. I guess he deserves the DM twice. Alright, I'll tuck it out. I don't want to kill him to Reflect, so. You cannot kill him while he's berserked. He has to he added Berserk to get his HP to drop to 0. And then use the parry frame to the jump for style points, and goodbye, Saix. Saix sat in front of the computer, tapping away at the keyboard. First of all, a test. Got you, said Axel, nodding. He stood in front of the huge device set up beside the computer. From here, he'd been converted into data and fed into the virtual space, the same as 2 days ago. It didn't take as long as I thought, said Axel, idly to Saix's turn back. There's a hole in the virtual space. Someone can go back and forth through it, like you did. It was going back and forth. We haven't gotten that far, said Saix, finally looking back at Axel. Don't do anything to Roxas yet. The bottom line is we can only send you in as an experiment. I get it. At Axel's unenthusiastic reply, Saix turned indifferently to the computer and resumed typing on the keyboard. We're going. Okay. Saix pushed a small button. From the device, a blue light shone, and Axel's figure disappeared. Hey, Nominee. She looked up in the sudden intrusion. You. So you're back, said Saix, glancing over his shoulder, and then he faced the computer again. In that world, can you stop time? Axel asked, looking at Saix's back. Saix's hands stopped moving and looked up at Axel. I was just thinking of exactly that. When you were moving around, part of the data stopped moving. Since we have a short command over time. So, we could stop it from this side then? However, there is also a possibility that our friends over there will stop us. If they know where we're moving around for over there, we can forcibly stop your movement too, I suppose. Saix told Axel, turning to the keyboard again. Tomorrow we'll stop time over there. For that, I'll do some other work, but come back with Roxas within that time in. Time is short. Got it. Axel responded as he separated from the computer, headed for the door. He stood in front of it and turned back. Aren't you going to ask how Roxas is? But Saix gave no reply.
Roxas. Alright. Me. You know. Axel.
Pence! Olette!
Axel was thrown onto the stone pavement. Ow! Axel stood up, clutching his head tightly, and looked up at the glittering neon sky. It's that man. The man who inspired something to recruit Castle Oblivion. His name is Diz. The things that happen in the castle are under his control to a degree. But I don't know who or what he is, or what his aim is. Surely. Axel started walking to try and drown out the doubts well up inside him. After I give my non-report, I don't know what they'll say. To make matters worse, they don't exactly trust me right now.
It's not like that. He didn't betray us. He can't come back.
If he doesn't return, you know what you must do. Or you will face the consequences.
My head is buzzing. I can't pull myself together. I couldn't really sleep. From his bed, Axel stared blankly at the ceiling. It wasn't necessary for nobody to have human lifestyle, but rest was necessary. As I'm being told today's mission, I didn't really do anything yesterday. In reality, it'd be okay to call it a day off. A holiday. Didn't get to go in the end, muttered Axel, and he got up. Today I have to destroy Roxas. I cannot betray the organization. From a low shelf at his bedside, Axel took a white envelope and looked at it vaguely for a while. Putting it in his pocket, Axel got up from the bed and left the room. A short while after Axel entered the room, Saix still hadn't said a word. As he typed away the keyboard working, the pallid light radiating from the monitor gleamed on the already pale Saix. Top of the morning to you, sir, said Saix in a put-on tone, but Saix turned to Axel disagreeably. Have you finished preparations? Of course! Axel shrugged, smiling. I sent dusks in before you in numbers. Think of failure as leading to immediate erasure. Certainly, sir, said Axel. He bowed exaggeratedly. Was that supposed to be a joke, Axel? It's not too far, is it? It's not funny at all. Saix resumed typing on the keyboard. Maybe it's the last time I'll see Saix, too. Sitting back, Axel looked at the Saix back. We've known each other for a pretty long time, haven't we? Ignoring Axel's words, Saix continued typing the keyboard. Say something. Have you ever thought maybe I can't erase Roxas? Said Axel in a playful tone, and Saix finally looked up. It'll be alright, because I'm tough, Axel puffed out his chest. How stupid, said Saix, and for a moment he smiled. Let's hurry up and prepare. Time is limited. He will wake up soon, too. I'll send you right in front of Roxas. Okay. Axel stood in front of the sending device. Saix rested his finger on the button. I'm off then! Waving to Saix, Axel's figure disappeared.
Look at what it's come to. Fine. I see how it is. You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered! Let's meet again in the next life.
This is Twilight Town. This here is the usual spot, the usual town, on the edge of that town. The dazzle of the setting sun, Axel slowly came to. Don't know how long I've been asleep. You arrived here wounded and then passed out. The only thing I do know is I failed my duty. That probably means Roxas returned to Sora. Axel got up and screwed up his face in the pain that ran through his chest. I don't know what happens now. Oh, what I should do. I was told to be destroyed if I disobeyed this command, and I failed. Failing's considered the same as disobeying orders, isn't it? But Axel thrust his hand to his pocket, took out the white envelope. The memories of me and Roxas haven't faded away. For now, that's just fine. Really feel like some ice cream, Axel muttered, watching the sun absently. We're always together with the sunset. Talk about all kinds of things in that place. That'd be good we talk and eat ice cream again there someday. No, there's nothing but that. I only hope for that. The setting sun was shining on Axel. Wait, wasn't the first one more like Saix's story, and then Saix's story was more like Axel's story? Yeah, but it makes sense, better sense for chronological video to have it added. Sora, what the fuck are you talking about? Alright. Zexion, I guess the first organization member we faced in this game. Alright, Axel technically was first. Let me put on Final Flame again. Alright, this is hopefully gonna be not too difficult one because it can be very annoying of a fight.
See my illusions!
Organization 13, number 6, Zexion, the Cloak Schemer. Finally revealing his weapon as the Lexicon. This is a fucking gimmick fight. Phase 1. He tries to put your party members in the book first, and then you last. Put your party members on relentless attack to keep them from being sealed in. Once inside the book dimension, he'll use Haunting Illusion to choke the life out of you. Mash Triangle to break free of this, and then keep mashing to use an RC to instantly break Zexion's book. On level 1, I'm pretty sure, like, unless you mash like a god, you're fucking dead. Throughout the entire fight within the book dimension, fake books will peg Sora at sporadic intervals, and when Zexion's book glows, he commands them in a specific formation. Like for phase 1, he sends them one after another. If Zexion's book is at 1 HP and ready to break, then he won't use any more attacks. Phase 2. Once in this phase, he will drag everyone in the book at once, and opens with command oh my god, why does he like this? It's causes Sora's command menu to be randomized with various options. He has a list. You can also use this attack as retaliation if you stagger him, but let him recover. His most deadly move, Invisibility, has Zexion spawning X-shaped energy waves where Sora is, and these hurt like a bitch, and they're annoying to dodge like another bitch. Especially when a random book decides to peg you. He can also command the books to charge at you in a straight line 3 times in a row. Phase 3. Once in the final phase, he will use the command Lexilex, and then start his DM, Mirage Meteor. Count 13 circles to see which one is going to be safe in, or Poscum. If you push his revenge value, it makes him DM, which can be safer than normal book dimension. Invisibility goes on for an ungodly long amount of time during this phase, and he can inform the books in the shape of a tornado, which can be deactivated with a counter card. Alright, Mr. Zexion, let's do this. So, luckily I got a good opening where no one got in the book first, but then again, Zexion's persistent, and Donald's usually the one going first, since Goofy Tornado lasts long. I knew I could get away with letting Goofy go off for a bit, so I went to go break Donald out. Much easier with Explosion. Donald's back in the book. Goofy, the champ. If Zexion gets too far away from you, just use Sundaga to, like, halt his movements. You can use Firaga here to, like, basically complete, because as you can see, he has the shortest amount of HP of any Organization 13 member. And I'm just trying not to push the Revenge Rally and just trying to get out of first phase, because first phase has Haunted Illusion that can one-shot me on level 1. But after a while, he will just send Sora into the book if you, like, stay out of the book for too long. So I did a emergency comment because I was not challenging that. Plus the iframes, plus I can wail on him. Get back down here, you son of a bitch. Alright, since completed. Yeah, Keyblade has to make contact with the book. If it with, the RC won't work. Just for the record. I just use the Final Form Fire just to like shave down on this fight because book world is certainly a time. Should be in phase 3 right now, so into the book dimension we go. Use Reflect. That nullifies his attack and does a lot of damage. He was still in phase 2, so luckily I was able to get him out of invisibility, because I do not like challenging invisibility on level 1. That shit's a nightmare. So yeah, that twirl's gonna interrupt any action. So yeah, now we're in phase 2. Phase 3. Stop. Once again, always Reflect, Command Lexaeus, and then the DM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It should be the next one. Yeah. So just keep him staggered. Don't push his Revenge Valley or else he's going to DM again. Boop, boop. Boop. Got enough for another Final Form Faraga, so I'm just going to fit him in the fuck box. Because we've really seen basically, I've shown you everything this fight has to offer. I messed up there. Was trying to get him down to 1 HP, but the biggest weakness of Final Form is like how floaty it is. You can touch the analog stick very gently, and you're gonna go 5 million miles away, as you're about to see here. Never tried doing this DM with that. Somehow I didn't die because this DM fucking hurts. But Final Form is just, you know, Final Form. I got lucky here, and I saw the Haunting Illusion. That would have fucking killed me, so... And then a Whirl of Goose to win.
Have I been defeated?
The research rooms were 2 rooms side by side. Sometimes weird cries could be heard from the next room, but apart from frowning, Zexion only silently continued working alone. The day drew close when both of these rooms could be moved to another place. Soon, the research facilities inside Castle Oblivion would be complete. That place is very special. A special castle. There probably isn't more special or suitable place for purposing of studying memories, and which affects them. The researcher in the next room. Vexen's work is similar to mine. Vexen's making a doll for memories, and I'm... It's the job coming along. Zexion lifted his entire face at the presence of someone entering the room. Well, in a way, Zexion answered to Lexaeus, who continued speaking without raising an eyebrow. It seems decided which members will head for Castle Oblivion. Did you come all that way to report for me? There'll be 3 members in each the basement and upstairs. You, me, and Vexen will have the basement. I knew from the outset Vexen and I would be dispatched there. The remaining one's a muscle man. Zexion nodded and asked, The upstairs? Upstairs are all newcomers. Marluxia, Larxene, and Axel. All are cunning people, aren't they? Lexion nodded. I don't really get what Lord Xemnas is doing. Perhaps he may try to clear away the newcomers, Zexion said, softly. Lexaeus frowned doubtfully. Are you saying that's what he made the castle? To wipe out the members he went to all the trouble to find? Well, I don't really know, Zexion answered and turned towards the computer. That's the whole report. Thank you very much. See you again, Zexion said as his presence disappeared behind his still turned back. So was like Zexion their gay son or something? I think Anson's report did say he was the youngest. Well, every single fucked up family needs the gay son. Goofy, that's awful. Alright, let's continue going down the basement members of the Castle Oblivion list with probably one of the easiest data fights. Lexaeus. Battle Lexaeus again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I really only changed my loadout, so...
Power has no limits! Return to the Earth!
Organization 13, number 5. Lexaeus, the silent hero. Wielding a massive axe sword literally named Sky Splitter, Lexaeus is one of the easier data fights, but he still hits hard. Phase 1. Note, not only are his phases tied to both HP gates, but also if you allow him to increase his power. His power determines a lot of things in this fight, I'll go into them. He opens with Mow Down, blocking against an RC which Sora can use to stun Lexaeus. The higher Sora's power is, which is 100 over whatever power Lexaeus currently has, the longer the stun is. Failing to do the RC will cause Lex to retaliate with a Spin Slash. His main bread and butter is Impact Quake, a series of 3 hits. Learn a pattern, reflect at the final hit will stagger him. Lex usually is a brick wall effect. This is his revenge attack on the ground. His other main move, Helm Split, which is slow and simple, is his revenge attack while he's in the air. Phase 2. When his power raises above 30,000, he will start with 1 or 2 command grabs, both dealing a lot of damage, and then immediately follow up with another attack that can catch you off guard. All of his attacks will now have Rock coming out, creating their range and damage. Phase 3. Power above 60,000. Starts with his DM, Urzen Fury, a reference to Titan's signature move, Gaia's Wrath. He typically follows this up with Mow Down or a command grab. His rocks and aura are insanely huge here. One wrong misstep can end in death. Lexaeus can max out a power 9999999 and one-shotting even level 99 Sora. His aura must not be around him to drop his HP to 0. Alright, let's do what Riku failed to do. It's gonna power up, and since our Reflect is big enough, I can use Reflect to guard this, get the damage off, and bam! Mega Impact. He's stunned, but only for briefly. Boop. Yeah, so Reflect is the key to this fight. Luckily, since he's at low power, his attacks are doing not that much. Dodging just because I'm still being stingy with my Aethers and my Elixirs. Damn, it's a good thing we're still in phase 1. He decided to do that twice in a row, because I got away with shit I should not have gotten away with on level 1. But oh well. So yeah, once he hits the HP gate, he becomes invincible. Now he's at 30,000. Yeah, just dodge rolling will simply deactivate the hitbox on that. Bap. I'm waiting for my magic meter to come back, so... Dodge roll is so good. I've never appreciated how much it is until I started fighting Axel in these fights beyond. There we go, and then if you get him at the end of that, he's open. I think any attack will really do, but Reflect is the most safe. Explosion has iframes, thank God. That could have been the end of my life right there. Boop. Opening. Get slapped in the dick. I've learned my mistake. You really want this. This is just the easy one. And now he's entering his last phase. So he's at 60,000. So he's about to DM. So what I like to do with the DM, if you have a high level dodge roll level, it's you guard, and then you dodge roll, and then that's good. And then he's usually going to follow this up with Mega Impact. He can also do his command throw sometimes. Just gonna, since we've basically seen every attack he does, I'm just gonna use Final Form Pyraga to make the process go a little bit more speedy. I guess Earth isn't that resistant to Rock. Just using this as a free refill. I was too scared of losing the fight at this point, so... So yeah, his stun lasts longer. And if you stun him when he's like in the 80,000s or 90s, he's stunned for like a good 30 seconds. Alright, now I'm like, please DM. He cannot die with this aura up, so bye.
I misjudged you.
Wait, what? There was no footage. Wait, there's a sticky note here. It says, look at Zexions. That's fucking lazy. I guess not all of them could be winners. Alright, let's go melt Vexen's scrawny ass.
You are just an experiment.
Organization 13's number 4, Vexen, the Chili Academic, probably my least favorite data fight. Frozen Pride actually has its own HP that you need to break first, with a combo finisher, mind you. And the shield itself is immune to all damage except for neutral damage, so Reflect and Explosion will do well. Of course, the data bar is going to be filling up, and when the data bar fills up, it invites this fucker no one wanted, Anti-Sora, who is so unpredictable, is so wonky. I don't understand its revenge value, but on the bright side, it is weak to magic. So let's talk about Vexen himself. The farther the data circle is, depends on his AI. So when the data circle is 0, he opens with 2 saucers, which slowly orbit around Vexen. He can also raise 1 ice pillar, which is his air revenge attack, and can use absolute 0 sparingly to freeze you in place and warp the data circle to you. Level 2 and 1, at level 1 and 2, bleh, he will use a fast 3-hit saucer that fans out. At levels 3 and 4, he summons more ice pillars and fires a slow-moving saucer that tracks Sora's movement up to 3 times. At the end of level 5, he goes back to 3 saucers and double ups on the ice pillars. Once he's at low HP, depending on how you're doing this, he can use his DM Ice Ensemble. He calls Anti-Sora for this. This is a bitch and a half to dodge, and it goes on for ages, so Comet is your best friend. And I just watched level 1 video to see the best way to fumble this fucking fight. Okay, let's just pin this piece of shit fight over with. This was a mess, but I DM skipped, so thank God, because that DM goes on for like a full minute. If you guard those ice saucers, it does disable their hitbox. Reflect doesn't really work well. So the goal is basically to get him fire Sunlock, just like you saw during my AS attempt. Still being a bit stingy with my elixirs, so we're going to final form. Bada-bop, bada-bop, bada-bop. Look at that HP melt, even on level 1. Jesus Christ. Stan does not like fire. But the downside, the data bar is now max. I thought he was gonna DM there, so that's why he backed off. So I was like, ah, shit. Now we're in monkey business mode. I'm trying to kill Anti-Sora and get Vexen back to her vulnerable state. That was, I don't know why I did that. I think I'm panicking. I'm panicking. That's what I'm doing all this. Luckily, this Whirligoof was enough to take down the Anti-Sora. Which, Anti-Sora has access to every single attack you do have in Anti-Form, so go look at a Cage wiki page if you want to learn more about that. There's his other ice attacks. So basically, he had physical attacks back in Chain of Memories. Like, he could shield bash, and like he had a fucking ice sword in a recon, but I guess they decided, well, Anti-Sora is gonna be our physical bitch now. Alright, so this is me improvising. And I didn't mean to use that, but you know what? After all the shit, he's gonna get to a finish. Chain of Memory style. Let's do this.
You don't know a thing.
The program is largely on target. Number I, my finest replica, has proven an even greater success than I anticipated. I intend to take the other vessel, judged unfit for number status, to Castle Oblivion, where I was subjected to further testing. One thing is clear. Could these replicas not be classified as a special sort of nobody? Ah, that was different from the rest of them.
Probably easier to edit too.
The replicas, huh? I guess I pointed to you guys. Nope, nah, yeah, me neither. Alright, something to do with Xaldin. That's his name. Alright, I'm not doing it again. Fuck me! Alright. Oh. This is where we start filtering the Aethers. We should have enough, and we're gonna actually want to take advantage of Guardian Soul, because you can normally not have this when you fight Xaldin, but now we can. Everything. Do I have my combo pluses on? I forgot. Yes, I do. Alright. Battle's on again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight.
We can exist fully and completely.
Organization 13's number 3, Xaldin, the Whirlwind Lancer. Wielding various spears, or I guess they're all called Lindworm. This guy brings back KH1 arrow and says, nah, you can't have it. He opens with a blast of arrow, which is a multi-hit 3 times in a row. So either dodge roll it, reflect it, guard it to get rid of it. He will then cast arrow whenever he can and slowly approach you, and then either use thrust and or sweep. You cannot hurt him while his arrow barrier is up. He will take a little bit of damage if you do get to him, but you will be tear to shreds. Whenever he does thrust or sweep, a reaction command called learn will pop up. So if you either successfully guard and or avoid attack, you can spam learn to use his own jumps against him to pierce his wind barrier, and then you can basically just be the dragoon he could never be. Be wary of using reflect when you're parrying his attack. It can push him in the weird angle that you just get hit by the wind barrier before you can even get the RCs off. And as for his revenge attack, Xaldin's always in the air, so there's no like ground versus air attack, and he seems to revenge however he chooses with any attack. Phase 2. He's gonna start using Arrow Blast more often, and likes to use his own series of 5 jumps, which comes out much more faster than the story fight. These can be learned from, and these are your best opportunity to get an opening on him, because you reflect, and then you go bam, 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 bam. He's also gonna be approaching you much faster during this phase. Almost like he's dancing. His sweep attack gets more hits. Phase 3. Starts with his 2-part DM. Wild Spear Dance, which, you know, he doesn't move that much, so you can just glide away from that. And his ultimate, the Winds of Despair. Its tracking depends on where you start, so you can actually juke this, but you can just reflect or dodge through it. He then starts teleporting to you like mad with his wind barrier up. I use Magnet to like get him to stagger so he can use the jump attack, so it's a more easy opening. I don't know what the intended way to do this, because he's gonna teleport right in your face and like shred you with the wind, and his sweep attack also gets like more and more hits, so I don't know what the intended way, but this is my way, and I'm gonna show you now.
Where's the fun in this?
I don't know, I find some fun with this Xaldin. Alright, I'm gonna immediate reflect, land a combo finisher, and back off, because usually he does his wind barrier. I have no idea why he did a sweep move there. But for the sweep move, I jump over it because guarding it's gonna take too long. You're not gonna get as many learns. Technically, the learn is available as soon as the... Oh. Well, these guys aren't learning their lessons, but I magnet there to see if it, like, aggroed him, and it does, but... Too goofy. Getting my party members killed. Oh, at least Beast isn't here. Yeah, it's funny. This is the only time you can access a party member you did have in a fight. I guess no data beast. Guard it. I wait for him to do his little twirl, like a little pole dance, before he gets back in the right position. So then, because if you do it too early, he can start, you can mistime it, and he can wind barrier while you're up your ass. So we're in phase 2, and luckily he gave me the pattern I wanted. I am not that good on collecting jumps this round, though. I should usually get 9 from that, but I guess I was just speeding along too fast. I'm too overly cautious. I decided, you know what, fuck it. Might as well get some free invincible damage off. As you see, the wind barrier is somewhat restricting him, but thank you, Mega Duck Flare. Win! Yeah, this is continuous sweep. They can go to like, what, 5 or 7 in last phase? I'm just hoping. There we go. Basically, when he jumps, I'm like, yes, you jump, I jump. I wonder how learn works. How is Xaldin throwing a spear, teaching sword? Also, that's how you, if you don't have, that's one way to dodge it. Use jump itself and get full life frames. By the way, jump does increase his revenge value, so be careful. Does not have an empty revenge value for you to wail on him after you're done with your jumps. And once again, his revenge attack is so inconsistent, and usually it's just wind barrier to shred you to pieces while you're at point blank range. So yeah, just be cautious. Back off. So nice to let Sora be a dragoon for this fight alone. One final form because, you know, want some extra power. So I'm gonna juke Xaldin. So I'm waiting in the far corner, and he's gonna start targeting, but before he opens up, and this does not cover the entire bridge. Only covers like 60% of it, if I had to give or take. The hitbox is bigger than it looks, so just letting you know. So I'm using Magnet here to force him to, I want him to jump. Because Magnet can be long distance and can ignore his wind barrier. There we go. Now I got all 9 jumps for the first time this fucking fight. Reflect, and then do that. This is not gonna be enough to kill him. I was trying to do something, but I accidentally knocked him away. Technically, I think the Keyblades knocked him away, so I was like, wait. Alright, I can spare some Easters. I guess I can go get some elixirs for the last guys. Where the face of despair? I was just, I don't know. I'm a little twitchy, panic mode, so I'm not making the most logical decisions here. So this is where Xaldin's gonna be cooperative. But next time I think he's gonna be quite a bitch. Yeah, that was not my best friend. I don't think flying in circles is the best way. You can dodge is it, but it's not the best way to collect jumps. So, you know, that risk versus reward. If I had 2 more, I would have been able to kill them here and then, but... I have to go through another DM. This beats that one attempt where I was using Magnet, like, infinitely on him, and that guy refused. And I mean, he fucking refused to jump. And I'm not approaching him in 3rd phase on level 1. That wind barrier is gonna shred me if I even look at it wrong. I guess I know how enemies felt when I used KH1 Naroga. So yeah, this is when you can start doing... So the reapply your winds, guard me. I'm like, please jump. Please jump. You see how Sora's jumping? You should jump. I get Stitch out just for safety. I want to end it with a jump. I'm about to get him, but I noticed he jumped. I was like, thank God. Even just having 1 or 2 learns is going to be enough. And luckily I had just right amount for 1 last reflect, so boop, boop, and die. I got nothing here, guys. Hey, remember that time the manga Vexen's Replica came and killed Xaldin? What the fuck was that about? Classic Xaldin. Okay, we're coming up to one of the more trickier data fights, Xigbar. Let's see. Since he is an all-aerial, he's only ever in the air, Hero's Crest. It's a little funny. Hero's Crest is a little foreshadowing for the future. If you know, you know. Let's see. Goofy, do you have Frozen Pride? Okay, because Goofy can actually deflect a good amount of Xigbar's bullets if he gets lucky, so having the biggest shield helps. Battle Xigbar again, but be warned. He's stronger than before. I don't think I'm ready for this fight.
Roxas.
Organization 13's second command, Xigbar, the free shooter. He's also weird in a gun called the sharpshooter. This guy likes shooting a lot. Phase 1. He's gonna start out by making one of 3 warp formations. He can do this to the entire fight. A long hallway, this is the worst one. A square of 4 holes, or a square of a U-shaped hole. Land a combo finish on her to get the arena back to normal. So his main method is shooting, but he has different types of shots. He can shoot from a distance with a fat shot or a slow alternating shot, or teleport above your head to shoot down directly. He can also open portals to shoot Sora at close range. If you reflect 3 bullets back on him, it stuns him, allowing you to do a counter shot. He cannot reload during this fight. He has infinite ammo. So, the key is clear here, Stitch. What? Yeah, summons are disabled during this fight. They never tell you, and it's probably for Stitch, because he would break this fight in half. He can also enter Sniper mode, which has a lot of more bullets before the Warp Snipe happens. Phase 2. His overhead teleport now increases to 2, and he will instantly fire out one of his shots with ricochets. Use Reflect to instantly dispel this. Phase 3. Overhead shot changes to 3 times in a row, and he fires off 2 shots. He will now DM, and since it's blue lasers, he can't be blocked. So let's go see how you deal with this, because Xigbar's fire rate in this fight is so fucking fast, guys.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
Alright, Xigbar, let's do this.
So what do you think?
Okay, so this is not the worst opening to get. The worst opening to get when he's fucking doing the long hallway. But yeah, Reflect is your friend because it keeps Donald alive versus normal guard, which Donald can get hit by real easily. So yeah, 3 shots, or he gets stunned. Duck Flare is also going to be nice for my sense this fight. Here with the Warp Shot. His rate of fire is so fast, guys. Trying to react to it without, like, learning the fighting details. Fucking pain in the ass. There we go. Gotta start using my elixirs I have on hand. That flares of darkness. There we go. That's the perfect one because he's right next to me, so I don't have to worry about. But then again, it's a generous long time for how long he's done. Like 2 combos, taking 2 full 2 combos is gonna basically kill you at level 1. I got lucky with that time. That should have fucking killed me. Bop, bop. Okay. When he says, now we're talking, that means he's in TM phase. And honestly, I just need a Donald alive, and I don't have Mega Elixirs, so roundabout method, I know, but whatever. If you run it, party members can block your way running away from the DM, so Final carry frame does help a lot. Did not help me much in this attempt. He's gonna find another blue shot. Don't even try warp sniping that, does so little damage. And it's like, fuck you, DM. I'm like, so this is me improvising. This is me improvising like mad here. Cause I got enough. We go quickly go into Valor. Tank those shots. Revert. Thank you, Ribbons. Duck Flare. Fuck being Sindhu with my elixir. Gotta use it. Gotta use it now. Duck Flare runs out really fast on the limit gauge, especially on combination moves.
So what do you think?
Oh, fuck you, Ziggy. And now he's deciding to do snipe. You were stand air. Yeah, he can do a sniper in any formation, so. I was worried about Donald getting hit, but thankfully Goofy parried it. Goofy just automatically parrying things can help this fight go smoother without being intrusive. Warp shot. Then this is where we tally ho. The audio's gonna break here because of Duck Flare, so he doesn't get to say, I lost. Me?
Zexion! Zexion!
Right here. What is it?
Where is Lord Xemnas?
His usual spot?
The Chamber of Repose?
Yes. Go and see for yourself.
That isn't funny! I suppose I have no choice but to wait. But the clock is ticking. Time is running out. What to do? Why is he never around when I need him? It's almost as if he knows I'm looking for him.
You know, I don't like that place either. What about you, Zexion? What do you think?
I think eavesdropping is intrusive. Why are you even here? You and Xaldin were tasked to recruit new members. Have you forgotten, or were you procrastinating?
As if. I'm doing my job. I'll have you know, I found one just yesterday. Mar something. That puts the organization's count at 11. And since I've been working so hard, I had Lexaeus take my place for the day. I want to rest up for tomorrow, so I can wake up feeling nice and refreshed.
Is that so? Well then, I will leave you to it. I have work to catch up on. Good day.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on, stay and talk. Isn't it time you told me about Xemnas' secret? How long ago was it? When a bunch of warriors wielding key-shaped swords appeared and unleashed a spectacular battle. And when it was all over, all that was left was a man lying unconscious without his memories. Xemnas, Xehanort, was found by Ansem right around then, wasn't he?
Your point?
The Chamber of Repose. If you recall, that's where we spent our time researching the darkness that resides within people's hearts. It's a graveyard that was sealed by order of Ansem the Wise. The first thing Xemnas did once he got rid of him was to undo the seal and build a room in the back. Ever since then, he holds himself up in that room when he can and he talks to someone. But who? For all I know, he's the only one in that room.
Need I repeat myself about eavesdropping?
Not eavesdropping. Couldn't hear what they were saying. Dying to find out what it was, though. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
I know I would very much like to focus on my own duties. As you should with yours. For we need to prepare the new facility immediately. But there are only 11 of us in the organization. We're going to need a few more hands on deck.
What new facility? Oh, you mean Castle Oblivion. What does Xemnas plan on doing with that place, anyway?
He already shared his intentions with us.
But did you know there's something he didn't share? The Chamber of Repose is part of a pair. The Chamber of Waking is the other. Another graveyard, if you want to call it that. It was constructed by someone other than Xemnas himself. And that's where he'll find it. That's where he'll find his other friend.
Why did he tell him all that? It's almost like he was talking to the player, and Zexion was just there to facilitate a need to exposition dump. Well, it's a good thing this scene wasn't placed somewhere wildly inappropriate. It would fucking suck. Alright, I don't want to start off with Roxas, so I saved him for a second to laugh, taking a book from another game's page. I got that fucking saying backwards. Ugh. DP. Let's do this. Battle Roxas again, but be warned, he's stronger than before. Sure, let's do this. Organization 13's number 13, Roxas, the Key of Destiny. This fight's pretty much unchanged from his story fight. It's just an expanded version, so let's get into it. Phase 1. Roxas will always start with his Whirlwind Slash, which has a lot of hits, so I just recommend reflecting it. He will then use his Oathkeeper and Oblivion combo, which if you can block the very end stuns him, but if you don't retaliate fast enough, he's gonna slap you in the face. His revenge attack in the air is Spitting Strike, and you can use this randomly too. Do not attack him during this. He has super armor. He is not open. After 4 turns, he's going to use the dual reaction command. If you get it off successfully, you can steal both of Roxas' Keyblades, forcing him to go Keyblade-less. This gives him access to various spot beams. He has a circle one that guards him, a line one he fires out like a wave of troopers, I guess, a closing one that surrounds Sora on all sides, and a triangle one that controls the field to close you in. If Roxas gets near you again, he will try to steal his Keyblades back, and if you fail the reaction command, he's gonna hurt you. Phase 2. Roxas is gonna start off with his DM, which has a much higher rate of fire than the before. All 3 of his pass attacks have lasers attached to them. He stops using duel, and instead he can randomly throw in this Keyblade throw combo that's so hard to predict too. If you get hit by this with a level 1, you're practically dead. Phase 3, he DMs once more, and now he throws out beams while reversing around the arena, so have fun with the cheeky little shots you're gonna get. So many fucking beams, Jesus Christ. His Keyblade throw now becomes 5 steps. It ends with Equilibrium Bros. And oh my god, again, reacting to this one's a fucking nightmare and a half. And finally, his duel returns. The editing's getting a little sloppy here because I'm tired, guys. Anyway, start the fight with Reflect. I believe Roxas has a resistance to neutral damage, so that's why Reflect and especially Explosion is not doing that much damage. Like, compared to Guard Break to the Explosion here. It's usually the other way. Dodge roll out of the way. Make sure you dodge roll at the right angle so that you don't get keyed by the tail end of that attack. Block. Going for the kill. Whop. See, that can happen. Yeah, Roxas is using his reversal command from the Dusks. So yeah, when Roxas charges you straight at you like that, that's when he's ready to do duel. Just like his Samurai Nobodies. Yes, Samurais are Roxas' Nobody. This got all fucked up, but I made it through, so I'm doing the Ars Arcanum loop. Because only the last hit of Ars Arcanum and all Sora's Limix deals revenge value. Everything else does not, so that's why I can keep him like this. I stopped that a little early because I wanted to use that, and then bam, 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 bam. And then I'm going to stop that Ars early so I can go take the full advantage because the limit form will not end until Ars is over. And I timed that because he can steal his Keyblades back any second if I let up the invincibility frames. Boop, 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 boop. And then when I hit him with the combo finisher, it's going to juggle him long enough for me to get an elixir out. And there we go, 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 go. Fucking love Ars Arcanum. Guard break, bam!
You seek answers. You feel nothing. Nothing is real. I can give you purpose.
Roxas.
That is right. The new you.
Did you cut that out from the actual Roxas fight to put that there to make this easy for you? Shut up, Donald. Alright, it's time. It's the big boy, the big man himself. Everyone else is done, so let's keep on DP and oh boy. I guess we're gonna go to an all-Easter deck. It's fine. Xemnas is not the hardest data fight, but why am I making this the most confusing menu I've ever done in my entire life? Okay. Customize. Elixir. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this one live. I'm gonna, cause this is gonna be a two-phase fight. We're fighting Xemnas 1 and we're fighting Final Xemnas. Xemnas 1 is really simple, so I don't need to make a guide video for that. And I just, since this is the very tail end of this journey, I just wanna do this live. So, sorry those who missed my guide style for Final Xemnas. Battle Xemnas again, but be warned, he is stronger than before. I'm ready for a fight. Alright, man. Let's do this again. He's gonna start with his dual blade dance, which was his second phase attack from KH1. Okay, so he's got his basic sword attack. Oh, he's gonna do this again. You can't interrupt this.
It's over! It's over!
Thank you, Flash Step, for bypassing a Sparkle. But yeah, those are all 3 attacks he has. Basic combo sweep. He probably should have had a Spark Bombster in his face. Or like, at least a basic version of his lasers. I guess it will also give the final Xemnas. Alright, he can jump out of this spark wall. That is what we call panicking. Okay, wait for that staircase. Karen Guard can interrupt that move. He does have a DM unique to this fight, but it's basically just a super version of his stance. Sorcerers have the exact same animation, by the way. It would have been nice if he had his caged 1 DM here. Oh god!
Back off! Back off! Take this! Yeah, this is it.
Alright, so he should be nil. Alright, let's get the right RC.
Come closer.
I fucking love this video game. Xemnas, can you stand right there for me?
Give me strength.
Nah, I can kick your ass as many times as I want. But this is only the warm-up fight. So this is the fight I prefer between the two. Memory's Contortion. Hey, Riku. Wait, how in the world of nothing? This hasn't happened yet chronologically. Shut up. Alright.
Anger and
We're doing this live.
are supreme.
Because I didn't talk the first time we did this fight. So yeah, he's gonna do Spark Bombs like mad.
It's over. It's over. Back off. Take this.
These are Thunder Elemental. Oh, please don't. Okay, so yeah, there's a clone here, so don't waste your breath on it. We want to get the RC so we can get back to neutral ground. He will one-shot you. Okay, what's his next move? Whew. He's usually open after he uses Vine attack. You know what? I think I want this. I don't know why I want it, but I want it. I guess my MP can come back. I should be able to save some time. Is he farther away than normal? But yeah, controlling the Riku here is really nice, even though it is very simple. Here, so Riku can get me back to full HP. Wham, bam, send her home to bam.
Is that all you got? Sora!
We shall go together.
Please don't. Ooh, that was close.
Why don't you
I need to get back to neutral ground right away. We're too high up.
Let's go.
Why don't you
Thank you, Riku. Oh, it's a fight for a life. So we're now in laser phase, where he's gonna be using one of them's the clone, one of them is the real. So only the real one can be targeted. Smash the hearts. Fight. Alright, so we're out of laser phase. We're gonna limit.
Time's up. Give me strength. Fight.
He's too far away. That's too close. Riku cannot die during this fight, since he's required to be part of the laser dome and save for a section. Thank you. We had a time to heal, and bada bing, bada boom. This is probably not going to catch him. I'm out of drive. I'm out of patience.
Time's up.
I am playing the most dangerous game here. Who's gonna run out first? My HP or my ethers?
I'll take him.
By the way, you can completely control your height with this limit.
There. Give me lose it all. Riku. Time's up.
Why don't you
It's gonna be free in a second.
I'll take him.
Come on, just need to get him down to. Okay, he's in laser dome. He's in DM. He's in DM phase. Oh, he is. Why is he doing this thing? I did it! First try! Let's go! Data Org level 1 conquered once again. Triangle controls Riku. Confirm controls Sora. By the way, the dialogue I played when I first did this fight for the story version is a cut line from a cut Xemnas phase. King and Throne. Here I have pictures of them right now since you've already technically seen this. I hope you guys like this video. This has taken me days. This is the most amount of time I've ever spent on a video. What the fuck? It's midnight.
Riku.
This is the coolest thing ever. Riku with the last minute block. And then the body block. It's called Kingdom Hearts 2 after all.
It's over. Riku.
Let's finish this, bud. So, one more challenge to do anyway. He cannot move here. By the way, Data Xemnas is immune to Thunder.
This is it.
The man's black coat fluttered behind him as he marched forward. The present, the past, the future. Human, heartless, nobody. Xehanort, handsome, Xemnas. His plans already passed the point of no return. With Demyx's demise, the group calling itself Organization 13 had lost more than half of its members. Vexen, Lexaeus, Zexion, Marluxia, Larxene, Demyx, and Roxas. All the fallen ones. Do they bear a grudge against me? But they were nobodies. They had no hearts which were to hold any ill will. They couldn't even understand what the heart is. The people of Radiant Garden had lived in peace, with Ansem the Wise maintaining the balance of their world. In the center of the town was a small research facility where Ansem and his apprentices carried out many experiments. His apprentices numbered 6: Xehanort, Evan, Yenzo, Braid, Dylan, and Alias, and each was brilliant in his own way. Ansem, however, had only one objective: to uncover the secrets of the darkness in the heart. With Evan's assistance, Ansem performed a little experiment on Xehanort. It meant to awaken the memories sleeping in Xehanort's heart. Ansem no longer understood what he had precipitated, but at some point the research slipped from his control and his apprentices found experimental subjects on their own. They continued the studies in an enormous laboratory built under Ienzo's direction. And then the night when they opened the door to darkness, meteors rained down on their world. That meteor shower was the reason his apprentices' unusual activities had came to Ansem's attention. You've been conducting experiments without my supervision, he bellowed at his apprentices, all gathered in study. But Master Ansem, Xehanort began. I don't want to hear it. Shut it down immediately, Ansem snapped. I want everyone opening the door to darkness. Xehanort, the young man who had once lost his memory, desperately persisted, but the truth of the world is out there. I will not allow it. Out! I am sealing off the entire laboratory. It was a while after the night of the meteor shower. Xehanort! Cried Evan, bursting into the experimental lab in the basement. The other apprentices looked up from various computers where they were sorting their data. This lab also served as a facility for producing Heartless in mass quantity. What's the matter? Asked Dylan with a nasty smirk. Did Master Ansem say something again? No, there's a visitor from somewhere else, Evan replied. Apparently, there really are other worlds. Xehanort frowned. What does that mean? Someone calling himself the king of one of those worlds came to visit Master Ansem, and from his appearance, is obviously intended from another world. Said his name is Mickey, I believe. So opening the door affects the worlds, Ienzo said quietly. Alias and Brake had nothing to add. Let's go and see. Xehanort got to his feet and wasted no time heading to Ansem's room upstairs. Evan followed him.
Master Ansem, regarding the experiment I presented the other day, with your permission, I'd like to proceed.
I forbid it! Forget this talk of doors and the heart of all worlds. That place must not be defiled.
But Master Ansem, I've been thinking...
Xehanort, those thoughts are best forgotten.
Xehanort pondered what he heard of the conversation between Ansem and King Mickey. So there was a key called the Keyblade, said to have a power to open any door. There was a strange material that enabled one to fly through the ocean between, gummy blocks, fallen pieces from that meteor shower, and something about women known as the Princess of Heart. All these immediately important shards of information began to fit together in Xehanort's mind. What in the world were they talking about? Said Evan, who had been trying to eavesdrop. Xehanort ignored him and continued down the stairs to the basement laboratory. He flung open the door and all the others turned around to him at once. Alias, where is the girl? Xehanort asked. She's asleep. Alias pointed to the capsule room in the back. This girl was very particular, unique among people. They had not been able to create any Heartless using her heart. Perhaps because she was too young. Or perhaps Xehanort disappeared into the capsule room.
It has been far too long, friend.
What the fuck was that about? I don't care, Donald, because I have acclaimed victory.
There!
Proof of non-existence. Proof defeating all of Organization 13's replica data in the Garden of Assemblage. Perhaps it's chainsaw. Alright, since doing mushrooms on level 1 is really hard, here's my first crown. But let's go show it off. And back to my level 99 save file so we can upgrade our bronze crown to silver crown. Look at us. Look at us. Oh man. Oh man, this was an undertaking, but I hope it all comes out together perfectly. Right, you're really not that curious about Xemnas' friend, or why you went down those stairs for so fucking long. Goofy, Donald, I really don't care. I mean, what's so important about some armor and a broken Keyblade anyway?